Yo, 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 we live coming from the Knoxville Pellissippi Community College. All right, y'all. So, stream cut off last night. I think it is still gonna show up. It just takes a while to process, but today's gonna be the first day when we get some footage of my professor. Some footage of my professor showing y'all, just showing y'all the techniques, showing y'all learning something, So, oh wait, we got somebody sleeping out their car. Hold on a sec. I'm not sleeping out their car, but let me not get nobody. Got somebody in the back of their car. Alright, bet. Damn. So, let me just explain to y'all what's going on. It's day 2. I got like a 2-part class with this professor. So I just did the first part. I wasn't really able to stream it because we was outside. It was like an outside project. But this class, I'm not sure what's really gonna be going on. Y'all about to meet my professor in a second. I'm about to just go grab my tripod. I'm gonna set y'all up in the back and I'm gonna just let y'all sit back and relax and see what's going on in the classroom, okay? So, let me go grab my tripod real quick. See? Where my keys at, bro? I get money. Oh wait. Dang. Where the fuck did I put that tripod? Dang, y'all, my car is a freaking mess, man. As y'all know, I'm sleeping out this shit. So don't mind me. Chill on me. Okay. Alright. Yee ass haircut. Shit. That's in the trunk. Alright. It's a nice Lexus. Headed back. I don't have a microphone set up or anything like that. I didn't grab it yet because I figured I wouldn't need it since it's mainly going to be the professor talking and you'll be able to hear him speaking, and I won't be talking during class. So it's really just going to be a little live stream so y'all can be in the classroom with me. But this is what's going on today. We're just gonna get y'all some good education. Man, I gotta get some stuff planned. I already know this is like I know this is like good. This is like y'all getting free education and everything like that, but nowadays I'm sure y'all just don't give a damn about this education. Like y'all probably looking like, man, I probably gotta do something, man. It's like a little boring or something. I'm trying to think if anybody has any ideas of what, like, basically I think I want to do a segment where where y'all can kind of like brainstorm with me about projects to do. Because we can do any project with the class. We can use all the equipment. It's like $1 million worth of equipment that are at our disposal. So if you guys like, if we brainstorm together on like any ideas, I'll write a script, put it on, like document, share it, put the link here so y'all can look at it, maybe multiple scripts, multiple ideas, and then kind of just like multiple script, multiple ideas, and then like we'll pick one, and then y'all can like watch it happen from beginning to end, get fleshed out. So really script writing is my strong suit. I'm learning right along with y'all as far as the video production. I'm really into script writing and animation and whatnot. About this one. Oh, they got this little boy in the leaves. Like, that look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just keeping it a buck. Yeah, I like this little art gallery they got here though. This little art gallery is kind of fire. This is cool. I'm about to show y'all. Hey, yo. Alright, so we in the room right now. It's mad people. I don't know how I feel. People about being recorded, but this is the little technical room. I like dope. Okay. All right. Here I am. I am live right now. I don't know if you want to say out of my professors who's going to be teaching y'all.
I'm Russ.
Yes, sir. He don't like being called professor. He just got going by Russ.
Thanks for the
name. So I guess. Do you want me to figure out where to set up or anywhere like you prefer?
We actually are going to be in that room.
We're all going to be in there? Okay.
Yes. We're going to cram in that room today.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't know if there's even any room for y'all to be sitting. I don't know if there's any room to put y'all in, but this room is mad dope. Look at this. This is dope. There's going to be mad people in here. I feel like this is going to be really hard to like... I feel like he's gonna be sitting or standing like right. Let me see. So that's my name. Don't wear it out. Okay. I wonder if I should have it in this corner. Maybe I should. I mean, he said he didn't mind. I mean, I'm about to set the tripod and everything right now. I don't know what we really gonna be doing today, but we better find out. So loose.
Wow. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I got the tripod set up. I'm probably gonna be chilling. Here, hold on a second. I'm probably gonna hang this. The class don't start till 12 o'clock, so probably gonna be chilling for a little bit. Can I stand on this? All right, this is where it's gonna be set up at, but class don't start. Class don't start until like 20 minutes. So I guess we're gonna go. I mean, we could look at everything. This is mad cool. Look at this. They got, there it was. Mad dope, bro. Yo, all this high-tech equipment. This is the producer board, I guess. I don't know what this is. You're gonna have to explain all this to me, really. Director. Yo, look at all these lights, bro. Source select, cut. I don't think I could press anything. Should I press something? Look at this lever, bro. Yo. Yo, that's dope. Oh, who drew that? Yo, someone drew that. That's mad dope. There's the technical director one. Slurp. I like that. You got screens. What is this stuff right here? Can I zoom out? I can't zoom out, but I can zoom in. F81951, F8949. Damn, these things are always recording. This thing's been recording for 21 hours. What the hell? What are they recording? What? Oh, these must be controlling those big cameras out there. These is 3Ds. These must be controlling the big cameras. Oh, this is so dope. Atlas Townsend. Whoa. This is, I don't know if this is a soundboard or what. Shh, cut. This is so dope.
Okay, so like I showed you the Lava Mars, I'm like, I want to do something like this.
Oh, that look
And
cool.
bring the van in there.
Yeah. Shit, that'd be cool as hell.
Oh, does this,
Jesse.
What's up? What's happening?
does the stuff in there control these cameras? These big
Yes.
cameras? Really?
Yes, sir, it
Oh,
does.
okay.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna
dope.
do like I think there won't be a nice someday, so I'm gonna just go over
Look at
some,
this.
some kind of basic definitions. I may do like how to call out, because how to call shows. Yeah. Like TVN. There's a section in there. Like I said, I'm gonna make them. I got
Okay. Yo, they got a giant green screen, bro. Look at this.
Obviously in there too, but in terms of the coffee or
Bro, y'all seen that green screen? That green screen is crazy. We're gonna be there. So, we got 15 minutes to class. I'm just gonna try to kill time. In the meantime, until class is about to start, I don't want to be in there recording people's personal conversations and shit. You know, I gotta get used to this shit, bro. I know I keep talking about, oh, I don't want to do this and that, but I really gotta get used to the camera and recording and shit. You know, I feel like I don't want to make it awkward. I'm making it awkward and shit. Yo, I'm about to be in the cut, bro. Yo, I'm really in the cut right now. Cut the classroom. I stabbed my hand by accident when I was at work on a fence. I got like a moving job. If y'all was wondering. Let me see. There ain't nobody in here. Ain't nobody gonna be in here for a minute, bro. I already know. It's a part of the journey. Part of the journey. I start with 0 fans to get fans. Know what I mean? I'm a little hungry, bro. I'm thinking about going to get some food or something. Bro, this class is gonna be mad lit, bro. Oh, man. I think I'm about to go set up the camera because it's 11:45 right now. So I think I'm about to go set up the camera inside that room we're gonna be at. I was showing y'all, and just, you know, y'all gonna have to wait like maybe 10 minutes for everyone to start coming in, classes start, people walking in and shit like that. And I'm just gonna walk in like normal. I'm gonna stop interacting with y'all once the camera's set up. That's why I kind of was waiting to set it up, because I didn't want y'all waiting for a minute not knowing what's going on. But people gonna start coming in at 12. So, yeah. Let me go ahead. Let me start that. Thank you. Okay. All right, y'all. That's the camera that's set up. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. And in 10 minutes, people are going to start coming in. And, you know, you're going to see the professor teach the class and stuff like that. So,
Good. Any interest at all in that Wizards thing on Saturday? Okay. Alright, you don't have to, but I'm just saying it's an easy way to get project 2 knocked out and out of the way. I'd like to have at least one more.
I'll think about it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
My schedule's a little weird right now.
Okay. It's no pressure at all. If you did want to go, even if you wanted to go for a few hours, we really just need the 4 p.m. later so everybody can kind of take turns down and getting the main camera not on the tripod. So just let me know on free.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get a camera for you.
Okay, sounds good.
No pressure either way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, man, look a little. Look here, camera. I'm not taking your crap today. I'm gonna take out the door here. Oh man, we're having fun today. It's all about the fun. Yes. And then get you a couple of chairs, make sure.
I have a gift for you.
You have a gift for me? Don't give me your George Foreman one. That's for you.
Did you just say?
Oh, nice. Oh my goodness. Chocolate chip. Oh, these are the famous man chocolate chip ones?
Yeah.
you. Catherine, you want to shoot a concert Saturday? Catherine, are you working Saturday with Event Services and the Bluegrass stuff? No?
Hey, bluegrass is fun.
Actually,
I said it.
looking for a fourth crew member to kind of help out with video recording and machine with R8s and video internship. If you're interested in actual editing, I'll edit music videos and I'll do more. Completely no pressure, up to you.
How
I just-
long?
It would be call time from 9 to 2.5.
Part one's
Make
beat,
sure you
we're
do
gonna
it
get
by
in the,
lunch, so it would be
control room.
3.5 hours of internship. You don't have to, I mean, we have the crew that we need, it's gonna be Dylan, and Sophia, and
Right.
Jackson, so we have everybody that we need, but I just wanted to give you an opportunity if you want something for the next time up for us.
Easy hours.
So just let me know. Thank you for the cookies.
Thank you for your.
Thank you very much.
Got it? Good to go? Awesome.
All right, Kurt, I'm meeting you here. You get around the, can you get one of the comfy chairs? I use that one. And we're gonna be looking at, oh, you're good. When I do a lecture in here, I get one of the regular chairs so you guys can have the comfy ones. And then I'll make a comment at some point about, man, it's so weird that they have always, every control room I've worked in had really nice, comfortable chairs. And it's like, are they trying to put us to sleep? But I also would say that especially when I first started directing live shows and news, I didn't notice that I was in a comfy chair because I was, like, don't screw up the show.
It actually must be scary your first time.
It is
like,
terrifying the
Yeah.
first couple of times,
Yeah.
but after, anything, man, once you get used to it,
Yeah.
all cool.
yeah.
Like the first time I ran camera on a live show at Channel 10, they, told me how many hundreds of thousands of people were watching the show. So I was like, "Ooh, no, please don't screw this shot up." After a week or so, I'm like, okay, Robin, will you sit down so I can get a shot of you? You in focus, please. Yeah.
How often do you think people mess up like shots and stuff? Like,
Channel 10 has a huge. Well, while I was there, Channel 10 had a huge box of tapes that were bloopers.
oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but we never notice it like when
No.
we're sitting at home.
No.
Like, how did they like fix it? Because
It's
live. Isn't
you
it?
know it's live.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that was supposed to happen.
One of the coolest interactions I heard when I think it was before I ran camera. I was running master control, which is making sure the commercials play correctly. I overheard a camera person come up to one of the managers. The manager probably did not watch the morning show. But they went up to him and said, "Man, I screwed up a shot during the morning show, and I'm so sorry." And the guy said, "Will you ever do it again?" No, I'll never make that mistake again. And they said, "That's cool. That shot's halfway to Venus now." Because we broadcast is live, and ta-da.
Yeah.
I mean, they do what they call an air check, but they would record the show.
Yeah.
So they probably saw it later.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a live show and you make a mistake, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because, if you stop, the show crashes.
Right. Yeah. It moves so fast. Or something
Yes,
like
it
that.
does. It's like,
That's
bam, bam,
scary.
bam. It is.
That's,
It's a little scary. It is. Okay, yeah, it's real scary at
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
But again, like just about anything, once you get used to it, it kind of gets fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the
I mean, I
thrill.
love working the studio floor during live shows.
Yeah.
Because, like, for a few minutes, you're frantic, crazy, making sure the shots are good, making sure the talent's where they need to be, making sure everything's going right. And commercial break, we're all like, you know, shooting the breeze with each other. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, it's your first concert. What are y'all doing this weekend? You know, just socializing with the talent.
Yeah.
And then, and it's excellent. They're, you know, I would have to deal with, let's see, Robin Wilhoit, John Becker, and Todd Howell, and whatever sports person they threw in there. All fun. It was all fun. And then up. Everybody stand by. We're coming back from commercial break and on again, you know.
It's an intense focus. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, man. It is because you know everybody wants to make the show look good.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, every damn day.
You miss it?
No, not really. I mean, the directing can get a little stressful. Like I said, I think my favorite TV job was running the studio camera on live shows because it was just super fun. And as long as you had your cameras in the right place, got the shot correctly, got it in focus, it's great.
I just thought of something. When you're like on the studio floor, you're like moving the camera. You gotta have this stamina and stuff. Like, is it?
Well,
is it heavy to push it? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna find out. But
Yeah, you won't find out. But them being on wheels.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the cameras they have at Channel 10 are gigantic, huge, but they're on wheels on a nice smooth floor and effortless. It's just really easy to move around and get your focus. Come on in and find you. We still have some comfy chairs left. Grab you a comfy chair. That's okay. And I can drag one in from in here, I bet. Let's see. Okay, damn it, sorry. We have some. Somebody grab a chair off the stack there. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to win. Oh, yeah, there it is. I was like, okay, where did I lose my iPhone now? Thank you, kind sir. Oh, it's look at there, straight up noon. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We are missing two, or one of us. One of us. I think we're down to 11. We had one bail on us. That's cool. Alexander, would you mind setting that on the audio board there? Or actually on the other side of it. That is perfect, thank you. Because I was just, oh yeah, I'll be using the audio board. Okay, we're gonna, okay, so we got, I think we have one more person coming, so we'll hang on just a minute. But today I'm going to talk to you about studio cameras. And you see there I drug my good friend Camera 3 in there. It barely reaches in here, but it reaches enough so I can show you guys how it works. First I'm going to show you a slideshow, kind of like that overview thing that we looked at. But it's going to be all about cameras and how to, just how to work a studio camera during the show. And when we get through that, I'm going to actually get up and show you the camera stuff. We may get a chance, probably not today, because I got some other stuff I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you the controls of the camera. But rest assured, you will be using the cameras a whole lot this semester, okay? Because each production we do, now there's going to be, one technical director, one audio person, one teleprompter operator, graphics operator, but there'll be 3 of us on camera each and every show, okay? So all of you will get to work camera plenty. My big goal is to get as many of you, no, not as many, every one of you on the switcher right there, that big beautiful thing with all the buttons. It's it's not nearly as scary as it looks. Once you know what those buttons do, it's like not just easy but fun. I swear. And you're running the show for that thing. But also audio. Because those are the biggest challenging roles, but all of it's fun, and each of them do their own little part to make the show happen. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you and show you a slideshow about cameras. Then we are going to be setting up microphones before I have a chance to give you the lecture and slideshow about audio. So I'm going to briefly show you how to set up microphones in the studio, and then I'm going to show you briefly how to do one of the most easy jobs in the studio. Come on in. Somebody grab another chair. Thank you very much. And then a teleprompter, just how to do the teleprompter. And teleprompter, I'll show you. It seems crazy because what you're doing is you're controlling the script that the talent can see when we do the show. But once you do it once, it's like, oh my God, really? We have to do this? This is so damn easy. Okay, so that is what we're going to do today. We're going to go over the camera. I'm going to show you guys how to set up a couple of different microphones, and then I'm going to show you how to run the teleprompter. And then when we get back in here on Tuesday, remember, don't come Monday if you have classes Monday because it's Labor Day. We have Monday off. But on Tuesday, when we get back together, we will learn how to use the switcher. Okay? What we'll do is I will have a short slideshow about the switcher, and actually we'll have both classes in here. It'll probably get a little crowded, but we'll have both classes in here. And then once I'm finished talking about the switcher, I'll have each of you get on the switcher, and we'll have some cameras set up, and I'll have the Studio 2 call out shots to you, like stand by camera 2, take camera 2, stand by camera 3, take camera 3. They will call them out, and you guys will hit the buttons. And that'll be just a very first practice at getting your hands on the switcher. And then the next class, we will start doing actual practice in the studio. Half a crew for the first thing, and then the following production, full crew, wide open. That's when it starts to get fun. And then when we start doing the original programming that the Studio 2 students write, that's when it gets all the way to 11 fun. All right? Any questions so far? Rockin'. Okay. Zoe. Excellent. I got to get used to putting the check marks on this side, because on this side I put down what role you're going to do in production. Okay? All right. So I have Zoe. I have Ty right there. Excellent. I have Anna. There you are. Hey, Anna. Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. Nehemiah, back there. Excellent. Alexander. Adeline. Adeline. Thank you, Adeline. Excellent. I'll get it. And it's funny, several of you guys are in my technical video production classes, and I will learn everybody's name, but it comes a little quicker in this class because we're doing the productions, and it's like, yeah, we will put in some work. It'll be fun. Connor. Right there. Excellent. Caleb. Excellent. Hey, Caleb. Atlas right there. Hey, Atlas. And Valeria. Did I say that right? Yeah. Excellent. Good deal. Well, look at there. We're all here. I love that. Okay. Kind sir, we set that with the other one. I appreciate it. And, okay, so once upon a time, back before they changed the connection of the iPhone, I had a wire that I could hook up to my iPhone and play these slideshows on that monitor up there. They changed all that. I do not have an adapter, so I'm going to play the slideshow on the iMac here. So yeah, let everybody get where you can kind of see it. It ain't really essential, but yeah, it helps to see it a little bit. And I'll kind of sit back here to the side. I've already seen it. I've seen it. Holy crap. I want to say 60 times or so, something like that. So this is old hat to me. But as I've told you guys before, these slideshows were created by my friend Tom McCoy, who's the head of production over at WATE Channel 6. And it helped if I opened it and out of my Mississippi. And this should be ready to go. Where are you? Keynote. The Excel version for Apple. All right. You want studio camera. Open. Excellent. We're all right to the last shot. Cool. Good lecture, everybody. Okay. All right. There he is. Studio camera, parts and operation. Now, a whole lot of I'm going to give you a lot more information than you actually need. I will point out the stuff that's important and the stuff that will be on a quiz, okay? And again, when it's time for that quiz near the end of the semester, I will go over all the stuff again. But if you show up conscious most of the time and pay attention to the class, you'll be fine on all of this stuff. This class is about as hands-on as you can get. Okay, the studio camera has 3 basic parts: the camera itself, the pan tilt head, and the studio pedestal. There you go, kill that. Thank you. All right. The camera itself, the lens, the imaging device, which is the insides of the camera, and the viewfinder. Okay. The lens is this guy, and we show you this where the focus ring is at the far end of the lens, the zoom is in the middle, and the iris, excellent, there you go. Am I still seeing? Yeah, excellent, there you go, super cool, super cool. And the iris is back here, the iris ring is back here next to the camera. Just right away, this is overload because we control all this stuff with controls on the handlebars of the camera, okay? So we don't actually, if we have to go in and move the zoom ring, we're in trouble, okay? That means that stuff is breaking down out there, and we're gonna just hold on and do everything manually until we get through the production, right? The iris, we control in here on the camera control unit. That thing right there in the back corner with the knobs on it, that controls the cameras, how they look. And we can have someone in here, in fact, Chris will put somebody in charge of the way the cameras look, and we'll call them the director of photography, and they will handle that, adjust the way. And it's called shading the cameras, making sure that everything looks right. The colors, the contrast, the brightness, everything looks good. At the TV station, we'd have a video engineer do that for us. When I would get on my camera and my headset, I would go, hey, whoever the video engineer was that day, I need my camera shaded. And they would adjust all those adjustments until everything looked good. All right, so there's the focus ring, zoom ring, and the iris ring on the lens. Okay, we'll start out with the iris. That controls the amount of light passing through the lens, right? It'll open, in a darker situation, it's going to open wider to let in more light. In a bright situation, it's going to close down because you don't need as much light to get your image, okay? So the iris. And the iris is just like the iris of your eye. Your eye works very similar, where the iris will open up when you need more light to come in a darker situation, and will close down more when it's bright outside. All right? Just like that. Eyeball, iris on a camera. Just exactly the same function. And here on this, I guess we could call this an antique iPhone here. You can see the little, this burst image on the left. That thing is, that iris is so wide open, we almost don't see this tower in here because it's overexposed, too bright. This one is much better. We close the iris a little bit and we can see everything in our frame. And go, wow, man, you update that phone. Does that thing even still work? Okay, and here's another example. You see the iris is probably closed too much here and open too much here. Middle, just about right. All right, zoom. I love this. And this is not going to be on a quiz. A continuously variable focal length and angle of acceptance. Continuously variable. English, Russ. A continuously variable focal length and angle of acceptance. Zoom brings our subject closer to us. Okay. Zoom, we go to our subject, closer to our subject, okay? That's what the zoom does. A telephoto lens has a narrow angle of view and zoomed at max focal length. That is not going to be on a quiz either. And a telephoto, or no, I'm sorry, telephoto, wide angle has a wider angle of view. Okay, and I'll have a nice little diagram here. There's a wide angle lens and there's a telephoto. And you'll see in a diagram in just a second here, it makes a bit of a difference on what kind to use. I have a variable focal length lens on that guy so that we can zoom across the room or, you know, get nice close-ups. All right, and there's an example of a wide-angle lens versus a telephoto lens. You see, it just alters what you're seeing. Different parts will be in better focus, that kind of thing. And again here, let's see, wide-angle versus telephoto, and focus. Focus. Everybody, we all like to have our images in focus. I mean, of course, there's going to be times when you're doing some kind of dramatic thing or artistic stuff when you're not in focus, but when we're doing stuff in the studio, we generally like the stuff to be in focus. Focus control is the ring farthest from the camera body in the front of the lens. There is a little twirly handle on the handlebars. That's how we focus. Okay, there's a little lever that does our zoom and a twirly handle that does our focus. Distance settings are marked. Again, this is, you know, really irrelevant to us because we're not going to be using the ring unless things just really go to hell. Distance settings are marked in meters and in feet, measuring the distance from the focal plane, which is like inside your lens, to the subject you want in focus. Okay, and we're about to get to the important part. All right, well, all right, just about. You'd think I have this memorized by now. Depth of field is the range of distance in front of the camera that is in sharp focus, and it depends on a few different factors. How much of your area is going to be in focus. Okay, that is depth of field. And here's an example of this aperture effect. Aperture is the word for how much the iris is open. Okay, and it's measured in f-stops. And you see here, this is an f2 and an f16. The bigger the number, this is weird photography stuff. The bigger the number, the smaller the opening of the iris. Okay, so you see f2 is open all the way, but look what it does. That green area is your depth of field, how much area is in focus. See, if I have it all the way open, I only have this little area. I have it mostly closed, I have a larger area. I have it almost closed, I have all this area that is my depth of field. That's the area that is in focus. Okay, oh, and here's, okay, aperture, that's the amount that my iris is open. Shutter speed is a setting on your camera, and these are different shutter speeds. And the shutter speed is how fast the images are being recorded, and the faster your shutter speed, the smoother your action is going to be. And ISO is the sensitivity of your imaging device, and then your distance. You see just subtle differences in all these different settings. And you really won't have to worry about that in this class. As long as you can get your camera where it needs to be and get in focus, we're good. Okay. This is extremely important, okay? Getting in focus, and I'll just tell you what I'm about to tell you. I got very good at that when I was a studio camera guy at Channel 10, because as soon as you get to your location, as soon as you get your camera to where it needs to be, you find your subject and you get in focus. So, we zoom the camera all the way into our subject until it will zoom no more. So, example, I did this every day. We had a show called Live at 5, and we'd transition from Live at 5 to the 6 o'clock news. I would get, a lot of times I was on camera 2, which is the middle camera that's going to get my shot of my two anchors on the 6 o'clock news. I would haul ass get that camera in front of the news desk, and generally I'd have the lovely and talented Robin Wilhoit sitting right there, and I would say, "Hey, Robin," and then I would zoom in until my camera would zoom no more on Robin's eyeball. Okay, and I'd get Robin's eyeball in focus. Nobody cares about the other stuff. They want to see the beautiful and talented Robin Wilhoit. So I'd get her in focus. Okay, so I'd zoom all the way in as far as it goes until it would zoom no more. I adjust my focus to get the image sharp. Okay, zoom all the way in, adjust my focus, get it nice and sharp, and then I'm going to zoom out to my desired shot. Okay, so that TV news example, I would get my camera where it's going to be, in front of, and in the middle, in front of the news desk. Hey, Robin, zoom into her eyeball, get it in focus, and then zoom out to get my 2 shot of my anchors. Zoom in as far as it goes, adjust your focus, zoom out and get your shots. And I would make that almost instant. And whenever you're on camera, when you get to your location, when you know what your subject is, you know, like if you're going to be getting the close-up of the hammer when you start doing tool time, tell the talent, hey, hold the hammer up. Zoom all the way in, get it sharp, zoom out a little bit, you know, depending on what your shot's going to be. And they'll tell you what your shot's going to be, okay? They will make no secret of your shots. They'll give you a list of them. All right, so, yeah. I sometimes will tell classes that I'm contractually obligated to say this 100 times. Zoom all the way in, get your focus, zoom out and get your shot, okay? Just try to make that automatic. And that is definitely going to be on the quiz. All right, imaging devices. We still talk about this because, but you don't really need to know this. I'll tell you, there's one little thing you need to know about this. But that's pretty much the guts of the camera, how it works. When I was taking this class a million years ago, my instructor said, okay, light enters the camera, it gets split up into colors, and then it's magic. It's electronics, it's not magic. But anyway, it might as well be, right? Okay, imaging device. The internal optics. A beam splitter splits the light into colors. CCD or charge coupled device, imaging devices, or chips. That'd be one for red, one for blue, one for green. Okay, and there is a specific type, and I will tell you this again when it's quiz time. But there's one called the CMOS. Okay, it's a specific type of chip, and that is a specific type of chip. I'll get to that later in the semester, but just know there are chips in the camera. The light comes in, it is split into colors and turns it into video. It records it. All right, viewfinder. The monitor at the top of the camera. This one has a 3 on it. Tells us that this is camera 3. An accurate display for the purpose of framing, focusing, and composition. Okay, framing, get your shot. Focus, of course, for zooming all the way in, adjusting our focus, and zooming out to our shot. And composition, and by composition I mean arranging your stuff in your shot. Okay, so like when I'm getting that first shot on the 6 o'clock news, I'm composing a shot of my 2 anchors sitting at a desk, making sure it's nice and even. A lot of times we would have a talent or reporter or anchor stand next to a big monitor, you know, because there'll be some image or video about the story they're talking about on this monitor, and they're standing next to it talking. So I want to get a nice image of the whole monitor with my reporter standing there. That's composition, arranging the items in your shot to make them make sense. Even composition. Angle of the viewfinder is adjustable. Like those things that have knobs on either end, you can, if you're a shorter person, you can point it down to help you see it. If you're a taller person, you can point it up to help you see it. Completely adjustable. What counts is that you are comfortable and you can see your shot. Okay. All right, so that's the camera. Now onto the pan tilt head. And that is the part just, it's basically what the camera's sitting on. Okay. Professional camera heads include cam heads and fluid heads, just different ways to make them have smooth movement, okay? Allow for smooth hands and tilts. Hands and tilts, make it smooth. Aware of the location use of pan and tilt locks and tension adjustments. I will show you that when I get up, but these pedestals, they have a lock on the back of them, which is a tilt lock that will lock the camera so it won't look at the ceiling or look at the floor. It'll be locked in a level position. And see, there's a couple of locks on the side. And then we have these knobs that have these, one on either side, that have numbers on them. Those are tension controls. I want to say, though, if I remember correctly, the one on the left is for tilts. The one on the right is hand. I'm going to guess. I'll probably have it wrong. But what they do is the higher number that you have on those knobs, the more tension you're going to have, okay? If you have them all the way down to 0, it's going to be free moving, all right? But if you have it all the way up to 9, it's going to have some tension and won't move as easily. There's, good reason for that, because, if you need some tension, if you want to do a movement very slow, but if you need to get somewhere very fast, you want it to be completely loose. All right. Okay. And this happens in everybody, but try not to operate the camera head without the, with the locks engaged. When it's locked, try to force it to move, or with the tension adjustments tightened. Try to have everything loose if you're going to move it around a lot, okay? And when you walk away, and I'll tell you this again in a second here, and when you leave the camera, lock it down. They get skipped a lot, but I tell you this because we want to try to keep everything working as long as we can. Whenever you are at the camera, both the hand and tilt adjustment should be unlocked and loose, ready for you to use the camera. And before you leave the camera, even for a little bit, make sure that they're locked and everything is secure. All right, studio pedestal. The studio pedestal is a tripod dolly combination. Tripod, basically what our camera sits on. That thing does have 3 wheels, so it's, I guess you could kind of call it a tripod. That's an antique, man. I think Ross Bagwell himself used that back in the 50s. It is old as hell. I wanted an antique. My other 2 are pretty new, but this one I just wanted an antique that Mr. Bagwell used, and pretty cool. Like the ones I had at Channel 10, that grayish wheel around the top there, there's a steering wheel that turns the wheels on the bottom. Hell yeah. Oh, it is. It is. And a dolly, it's on wheels. You can move it around, which is super fun and cool in the studio. When we get, I told you about going from transitioning from Live at 5 to 6 o'clock news. Sometimes that transition was so tight that you're just flying through the studio with those things. And there's a couple of scary moments when I got my pedestal up on 2 wheels. Hell yeah. Everybody's freaked out. I love it. Okay. Locking wheels. The other 2 have locking wheels. This does not. You just basically turn the steering wheel until it don't roll anymore. Antique, I said. And it's a stable base for the camera. So, if you try to do handheld, especially when you first try, you're not going to get the steadiest of shots. Okay? More practice is going to make you better. But we set it on a tripod or a dolly, we don't have to worry about that. It is stable. We're getting stable shots. Most can adjust in height, pedestal up, pedestal down. That's a pretty cool shot. All of ours do that. That one's a little more tricky because it's heavy, it has a knob on it, and sometimes it takes 2 people to raise it and lower it. But that is a very cool shot, the pedestal shot. All right, and we have 2 pedestals just like this. Notice there's a red dial right here, and that is so that we can, that is a lock. Now turn that lock, and I can pedestal that guy up and down. All right, camera operation before we start, and it's a bunch of crap. Make sure your intercom is working and the floor director knows you're on camera. You see they're hanging on the handle there, the headset. That's your intercom. And I'll show you when I get up that there's a little box that goes with it. You can put it on a pocket or belt or whatever. But you can also, if you're on camera, you can leave it attached to the camera. But it has a volume knob on it, so you can turn it up or down if it's too loud or too soft. And there is a talk button, okay, so you can push it and talk to the director and producer. Okay, so make sure that that's on and working. You can hear everything. Unlock the camera head and adjust the pan and the tilt. Make sure that everything is adjusted for you personally to use. Okay, make sure it's comfortable for you. Make sure you have enough cable to reach your positions and that it is coiled neatly out of the way. These cameras, unfortunately, are not wireless. They have a cable that attaches them to all the fun stuff in here. So you want to make sure that that is out of the way, and then if you have to make any kind of camera movement, you are clear in the studio to do that. Focus and set your viewfinder adjustments. If you need to adjust how the viewfinder is angled, do that. And practice zooming and setting your focus. Making sure that you get a feel for the mechanical and the servo controls. You know, the focus and the zoom, making sure that's nice and comfy. It says if you have a shot sheet, but you will always have a shot sheet. That is the producer saying what shots each camera is going to get. Okay, so you will, when you get on camera, you're going to know what shots you're going to get because they're going to give you a list. And if you have any weird shot or movement, practice it. Okay, practice it. Check and make sure your teleprompter is on and working. They're pretty much automatic now, so it should be fine, but we just want to make sure. Always lock your camera before you leave it, all right? So that's beforehand. Just make sure everything works and make sure you're comfortable with it, okay? And during the shoot, you want to unlock the camera head, make sure the adjustments are correct. Make sure, again, the important thing is make sure you're comfortable on the camera and you can move it the way you need to move it. Preset the focus once you're in position. Like I said, get in position. Where's my subject? There's my subject. Zoom all the way in. Adjust. Zoom out and get your shot. Make sure that your wheels are set for any dolly or trucking moves. If you have a difficult move, have the floor director or a floor assistant help you. That's partially what the floor director is for, to help you if you have any kind of weird shot. Be aware of other objects, people, or activities around you. That show I did live at 5, oh my God, it was a different circus every day. I mean, sometimes we'd have, it's all kind of, I mean, we'd have bands on, we'd have celebrities on, we'd have just a cooking demonstration, just anything you think of, we'd have in there. One day I'm in there setting making sure the cameras and the sets are all cooled and everybody has what they need. And just out of the blue, the UT freaking football coach walks up to me, shakes my hand, and thanks me for having him on the show. I'm like, sure, dude. Okay. Fuck him. But it's just always a different circus. So just, watch out. And things will get circus-like in here when we get into our, production. So just, be aware of what's around you. Keep your eyes on the viewfinder and be looking for your next shot. Sometimes when you watch the viewfinder, it's going to just be this little microcosm. So you want to, okay, my shot's over here. Okay, and then I get in the viewfinder and get my shot. Be aware of your tally light. The number 3 on the top of that camera is also a tally light. When it's off, that means you are not on the air or anything, okay? We're good. Find your shot. When it turns green, that means you are in preview. Mute that thing. Okay, thank you. When it turns green, you're in preview. That means they're getting ready to take your shot on air, okay? So when it turns green, make sure you have your shot and hold it, okay? If you do not have the shot correct, the director will let you know in your ear how to adjust that shot, okay? And if you're unsure, you can hit your talk button and say, is this what you mean by medium shot? But usually, if you're in preview, they're going to say, camera 3, can you pan left a little bit or zoom in just a little bit? Or, we're going to hear this a lot because you guys are just learning. 3, can you please focus? And when they say please focus, don't just focus. Zoom all the way in, get your focus, and zoom out to your shot. They will wait. They will wait. I mean, I'm trying to think if I ever had, you know, when I'm was out working, doing live TV, if I ever had a director take a shot while I was getting focused. I don't think so. Because they're like, oh, I'm not taking that because that's Robin Wilhoit's eyeball. Nobody wants to see that. But, you know, you don't want just your eyeball. That would disturb people. Reminds me of when I was doing the 11 o'clock news one night, and it was before I decided to start wearing all black, doing rock and roll shirts. And I had a Marilyn Manson shirt on. It's just close up of Mary's face with makeup. Looked scary. And I'm like, right next to camera 2, we go to commercial break. Robin says, Russ, that is very disturbing. I'm like, thank you, Robin. It's fun. She was used to me. Okay. Yep, okay. Anticipate and get to your next shot quickly. So, you get your shot, highlight goes green, make sure I have my shot. Highlight goes red, you are on the air. Hold your shot. Unless they tell you to move. Sometimes they'll say, okay, I need you to pan live on the air. Okay? That's what practice, that's where we'll need some practice, just to, you know, figure out how to do that stuff. And then your light goes off, find your next shot. Okay? Green, make sure you have your shot. Red, hold your shot, or, you know, listen to your director. Light goes off, find your next shot. Okay. Mark critical camera positions on the studio floor with tape. We got all kinds of tape in there from where we previously marked positions, but if you have to get your camera to a certain spot in the studio, we will put colored masking tape down there to make sure that you know where that is, so we can do it correctly each time. Use your talkback mic only in emergencies. And I count as an emergency, hey director, do I have this shot right? Okay. Every once in a while at Channel 10, because it's fun to talk to everybody on the headset, okay? Because the whole crew, just about the whole crew is going to be on the headset. And at 10, that guy in there can tell you all about, we were just talking about, we found out that, yeah, he saw I pointed at him. We did hundreds of shows, he and I, with him directing and me on camera, okay? So we didn't know that they recorded our headset chatter until one day we had a Christmas lunch with the whole station in the studio, and they decided to play bloopers. And I hear my voice, and I know that was headset chatter, because this was the 6 o'clock news on a Saturday. They were having a festival in downtown Knoxville with bands. They're serving beer on the streets. We have a reporter on the scene reporting on this stuff, and the first thing you hear on this recording is me saying, oh my God, is she drunk? She was. And then you hear Chris there going, oh my God, she is. And then you hear the producer going, oh no, oh no. And she's trying to figure out how the hell to get our dear friend Michelle the hell off the air. And yeah, Chris was just reminding me, you'd hear on this thing they played for the entire station. Oh, killing page 1, killing page 2, we're going to go to commercial break from this. Good God, get her off the air. Hilarious. But anyway, it's fun to talk on the headsets, but just try to keep it down to a minimum. We want to all make sure we hear the director when the director tells us what shot to get. And you will hear the director go, stand by 1, take 1, stand by 2, take 2, stand by graphic, take graphic, all that good stuff. All right. Listen to the directions given to the other cameras as well as your own. And of course, you're going to hear all that. Like I said, you're going to hear, the way we start a show is black on line, stand by bars, color bars, take bars, stand by black, take black, stand by slate, take slate, stand by black, take black, stand by music and show open, take music and show open, stand by camera 2, take camera 2, mic and cue talent. Mic and cue talent means turn the mic on, cue the talent and start speaking. Okay? So you will hear the entire show happen in your headset. Just, you know, make sure if you're on camera 3, make sure that when you hear stand by camera 3, you got your shot. All right. And after the shoot, wait for the wrap signal to lock down your camera. And basically, exactly. When you get that wrap signal, and again, we'll go, okay, that's a wrap. And then you will hear cheering in this room because everybody's like, yes, we pulled it off, we did this. Okay. And then move your camera back to the storage position. Yep. And coil the cable neatly. Just, you know, get it neat. That's all. Yeah, that's all we ask. And assist with other studio wrap procedures. And that is, if we have props or set pieces, help put them away. Help the audio person wrap up audio cables and microphones. I have a sign out there that says, does the studio look the same as when you started? And that's what we want. We just want to leave the studio clean when we get done. All right. All right, and here's a little thing about, oh my goodness, we're doing fantastic. Okay, here's the thing about camera moves, pan, tilt, pedestal, dolly, and truck. We will use all these, all of them. Okay, camera movement. Nice one, Tom. Pan, oh yeah, bouncing pan. Pan is a horizontal, the movement of the camera horizontally from the pan head. Yeah, just like that. Pan. We'll do pan shots. And it tilted away. Tilt is Tom. The movement of the camera vertically from the pan head. Tilt, just like that. Tilt. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to the tilt shot, is it just if it's tilted or is it like it has to be moving?
It's a movement.
It's moving.
Yes,
Okay.
move. Yeah, but if they need you to stay static, they'll just say, yeah, get a shot of that and hold it. But sometimes they'll go, okay, and tilt to this other object. They'll let you know. Because I guarantee you the producer and director want the show to look good even more than you do. But we all do. We all do. Because, you know, your name, we do credits at the end of each production. Your name will be in the credits. Okay. Pedestal is raising or lowering the height of the camera through the action of the camera pedestal. Okay, that is a cool looking shot, and yeah, we'll certainly be using that. Yes. And next we have, okay, now we're going to talk about, okay, dolly. All right, let's just explain what the dolly is. Dolly is moving the camera on its mount in a straight line toward or away from the subject. Okay, toward or away. Moving toward or away from the subject is dolly move. And, okay, now here's an example of dolly and zoom combined. This is from The Wire, Season 2. If you haven't seen The Wire, it's amazing. They are going to dolly toward these guys and zoom out. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. Moving toward them and zooming out. See what happens to the background? The background moves just a little bit. Looks like it's moving. Pretty cool there. Dolly toward and zooming out. It's a cool combination. It makes it look like your whole scene is in motion. Here's another one, same kind of thing, dolly zoom. Same show, The Wire. This is pretty cool. You get a rapid fire edit right before this, and then watch this. Yeah, look at that. He's dolly forward and zooming out. Makes a really cool looking shot. All right, and then our last one here is a dolly with no zoom, and here the dolly movement is adding to the drama of the scene. Yeah, these two actors. This is also The Wire, and we are going to see here we're dollying away from this guy and dollying toward this guy. See, it adds to the drama. Pretty cool. And again, Wire, here's a promo. The Wire on HBO. If you get a chance, watch it. I think there's 6 seasons of it. It's about gang stuff in Baltimore. Really, really well done. Okay. Truck. A truck move is almost exactly like a dolly, except instead of forward or backward, you're going to move left or right. It's side to side movement with the pedestal. Is a truck move. And nice. Tom made me this really cool pixelated, I'm sure he made this in whatever graphic design thing they have in Windows. This is basically all of the pixelated. The zoom happens on the camera, dolly forward, backward, truck side to side. Aspect ratio. And, I should take this out, really. I'll talk about it, though. 4:3 is what we used to have in standard depth. It's almost square. If you ever watch stuff from the 80s or early 90s or before, TV stuff, video stuff, you're going to see almost a square screen. And that's when you tell, oh, that's antique stuff. Yeah. Almost everything I get on VHS, when people ask me to digitize VHS, it is going to be 4:3. Okay, that's called standard definition, and it is obsolete. We now use 16:9, and that's a question that's going to be on a quiz. I will alert you to that before quiz time, but 16:9 is our standard high definition frame aspect ratio. See the 4:3, you have columns on either side, but on the 16:9, look at that, it fills the screen perfectly. Because that's what we use now. 16:9 is high definition TV. All right, rule of thirds. Rule of thirds is a photography trick, I guess you could call it that, and that is where in your brain you divide your frame into 3 equal parts and distribute your objects you're seeing into those 3 parts to make it even. Okay, to make it make sense. Like, I usually will put the top line in my head through their eyes, and then the bottom one through the shoulders, such that he has. And I'm going to, distribute my content over those 3 areas. And it's, like I said, it's a photography trick to help you think of a way to evenly distribute your scene. And if you notice here we have a little too much headroom. Okay, that looks well distributed right there, and that too. That's an extreme close up. It's still well distributed. Notice that the top line always the eyes. That is a quiz question. Okay, lead room and perspective. Lead room is we want to give our subject enough like imaginary room to move into, okay? And I hesitate to call them rules, but we learn these rules about composition so we can more effectively break them, okay? You're going to see TV shows where they're like that. That's not enough lead room. That is way too little lead room. But again, the artistic taste of your producer director may call for a shot like that, okay? You'll see that all the time. But usually when we want it to make sense, we'll give our news or interview stuff where we don't want our audience to go, whoa, look at that wild shot, or look at that wild lighting. We want them to get the information that we're putting out. We want it to make sense, give them lead room, evenly distribute our shot, and all that good stuff. Okay, and here's some perspective. This brute towering over us really makes him look like he could kick our butts. You wouldn't want to mess with him. Low angle shot makes him look superior. Looking up at him, shut up. Low angle shot. This sheepish lad looks frightened. The high angle shot makes him seem intimidated. Looking down makes him seem that way. Low angle shot. Or high angle shot. Looking down. All right. Camera shots. There. And we go from extreme close, extreme wide shot, wide, medium, close, close, extreme close. And we can all pretty much know a wide shot because it's going to be, we're going to see a lot more stuff. Close-up's going to be closer in. Medium shot is very subjective. That's why a lot of times if I'm asked to get a medium shot, I'll hit the talk back and go, this medium? But when you're asked to do a medium shot, use your best judgment. The director will tell you if they are thinking of something different. Okay? And that's the cool thing about that. You get your shot, the director will go, oh my God, that's perfect. Or do you adjust that a little bit? Zoom in, zoom out, hand, that kind of thing. All right. Okay. So there is that. Any questions so far? Thank you for your kind attention. Now, you'll just move a little bit out of the way. I will show you guys this camera. All right. Sorry about that. Excuse me, what? Okay. And you walking right in front of your frame there. Okay. Let's see here. Was that correct? If I turn this all the way and unlock these. Oh, yeah. I was right. The one on the left is the pan. And you see it's moving freely now. And here is my, Okay, first off, I have a lock right here. It has to be level. And now, look at that. This is all the way, I turn that all the way up. It makes it a little harder. How much? That is, woo-hoo. And then if I turn it all the way to the smallest number, this guy is ready to move. Easy stuff. Okay, and then I can turn these back up. Here and here, and that will give me more tension. Just a little bit. I still have to hold it a little bit. This could probably use balancing a little bit, and I can lock these down, and then I gotta make sure this is level and nice. Oh, he said, there he is. Okay, and now here is the nice. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
We love a temple pencil.
We do. It's fun. Gives us something to do before the shoot. Okay, and here's the headset. I'll put this on. It's adjustable, completely adjustable. And here's the box. And again, it has a little clip where you can put it on a belt or in a pocket if you need to, or you can leave it attached to the camera. And here's the volume control, this little gray switch here, and then there's a talk button, and I should be able to, yes, if I hit this, I can hear myself coming through the microphone, and I can turn this up a little bit and hear myself way too much. And then also my director and my producer will be able to hear me as well, okay? So yeah, if you need to, and if you hit it long enough, it will stay lit. And I can still hear myself, but I can hit it again and it turns it off. Okay? So if you need to talk, hit your talk button and you can talk to the director and producer. All right. And let's see here. I'm going to what we call punch up camera 3, which is basically, okay. Nice and dark in here. Oh, we don't have the lights on, so you're not seeing anything. Let me, excuse me. Let me get to my camera. Oh, you're fine. My camera control unit and. Holy. You gotta turn the damn camera on. Right, Wilson?
What?
There he is. How's it going, Wilson?
I'm doing well. I'm just eavesdropping a little bit.
Excellent.
I hope that's okay.
Oh, of course it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, Alexander, you're going to be. Okay, let me loosen this guy. Loosen this. And it's okay. See, it looks a little grainy and a little overexposed. That's because we don't have like studio lights going on in here. I just turned the brightness up a whole lot so we can see what's going on. And Alexander, you don't mind if I use you as an example? Excellent. So, I'm going to actually loosen these so that I can move freely. There we go. Unlock these, and I'm going to unlock my, there we go. And now I'm going to zoom in until this, here's my zoom right here. I'm gonna zoom in as far as I can go. I'm gonna turn this until I got a sharp, and see, I did it on his eyeball there, because it's pretty easy to get that, and then I'm gonna zoom out. Look at that, there we go, nice shot. Excellent, sir. Again, zoom in as far as I can go, make sure I got a sharp image there, I do, and zoom out to get my shot. Easy stuff. That's gonna be the first thing you do when you get in your position, all right? Let's see here. Okay, and this guy has a steering wheel. I can't move it much in here, but there we go. And okay, I'm gonna walk this back. There we go. Lock, and turn these both at the same time, and turn all that tension down. And okay. And then these guys right here, I can turn these a little bit and adjust my viewfinder. And you notice I am on the air, so this guy's red. I can put it on preview. See if I hit take. There it is, green. And that means I'm in preview. See, there's preview right there. And that allows the director to take a look at that shot before they take it. Okay, and if I hit cut, it's on the air and it turns red. See there? Looking good, Alexander. Excellent. Okay, does that make sense, guys? All right, cool. Okay.
Is this recording too?
Oh yeah.
The cameras are always recording, right?
No. In here, now I could put media in this camera and record, but what we usually do in here is these are HyperDecks. These are amazing recorders. They record on solid state drives. And I will, now watch. Just a second here.
Why is it saying 22 hours and stuff?
It's pre-running time code. It's running all the time. This is one of our solid state drives. This holds 500 gigs. And we'll put it in there. It will light up. Yep, do that. Now it's ready to record. Okay, it tells me, it's telling me that the drive's full. I haven't erased these from last semester yet. But I kick them in here, and that's what we record on in here. Excellent. Okay, does that make sense? As I said, we may not have time for you to jump on this today. So I got a couple more things I want to go over. But you guys will be running camera a lot, and it will be starting next week. Okay? So now let me get to my friend the snake. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you so much. Watch out, the thing's heavy. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Excellent. Now let me get over here if you don't mind. Let me get a couple of microphones. Yeah. Probably. Down, but bag all over. Anyway, all right. All right. So, oh yeah. Reach back behind you and that blue cable on the bottom. That one right there. If you hand that to me, thank you so very much, sir. There you go. Okay. So. Again, like I said, we're going to be setting up microphones before I have a chance to talk to you about audio. So I'm going to show you real quick how to hook one of these guys up. This is an XLR cable, standard microphone cable. You have the male end, the female end, and this end will be plugged into channel 1. This snake will allow you to plug up to 8 microphones into the studio. 1 closest to the cable, 8 is at the end. So I'm going to plug that in and make sure it's not tangled up. Pretty good. And this is the workhorse of TV audio. This is the wired lavalier microphone. Okay? So it comes with a cylinder, a cable, and a microphone, and it takes a AA battery. So what I always do is I will unscrew the cylinder part. If I unscrewed the bottom part like this, you'll see my cable starts getting tangled, or just twisting around here. So I unscrew that, open this up, and there we have a handy diagram that shows me how to put the dang battery in here, okay? I still get it wrong on occasion. But we take a AA battery out of here, look at our diagram, and put it in correctly, and then screw this back down. And then I'm going to take the other end of my XLR and plug it in. Onto it, yeah. A nice snap on there. And then here is my microphone. And what I want to do is take this little clip here. And this clip is a very simple spring-loaded clip. I see there's a little appendage there, right there. And if I push on that appendage, it opens this guy up, this ring up a little bit, and allows me to put my microphone in there, and it will hold it. Okay? And now I can, then I'll actually just, if they have a lapel, or if a person's wearing a tie, which I will just like flip it on like that, and have them start. I mean, we want to look neat. We're not trying to fool people into we're not microphone. But we're want it to look neat, okay? So this should work. And then what I want to do, I'll tell the person to start counting. 1, in a normal voice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll turn, okay, I'll make sure that my master volume is up to 0. 0 is not, doesn't mean no sound. It means that is where it should be started from. That should be perfect sound. And I'm going to turn this guy up to 0. And that's starting to come through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting yellow here. I'm getting yellow here. I'm getting slight, just almost yellow here. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there I was hitting yellow. Okay, and now I'm good. And so I'm going to go, okay, you're good. And I'm going to hit mute. Mute on there. And I'll leave my level to where it is, but I'll have mute on, okay? That way, I don't have to reset their level every time, right? I have their level. And when I hear my director go, mic and cue talent, mic means turn the mic on. Mic, turn the mic on, cue the talent to read, okay? Mic and cue talent, all right? And mute, okay. So, anyway, oh my goodness, it's if they have a lapel, a jacket, or wearing a tie, which you never know. You never know. I'd have a lot of anchors and reporters that would wear ties and stuff. But anyway, that makes it easy, okay? Now, if they're just wearing a t-shirt, a lot of times I will put it over their shoulder and attach it here, or I will hand them the microphone and ask them to run it up their shirt. And then I will put a little loop in it, like so, he said, okay, like that. And then I will, it's hard to do to yourself, clip it on there, probably pretty damn close, okay? But the thing is, I want this to be pointing in the general direction of their mouth. This will pick up about a foot, 12 to 14 inches, okay? And the cool thing about these is it isolates it. You can have noise going on in the studio, and if you have this on a person, you're going to hear them loud and clear, okay? But you do not want this to be bump up against any, jewelry, clothing, or hair, because it'll do that. Good morning. As it'll do that. This crap. One day I was doing the morning show at Channel 6, and I heard this horrible sound, and one of the other directors was like, man, that's her hair, the anchor's hair hitting the microphone. So, commercial break, we go out and say, because you reposition the microphone so it's not hitting your hair, and she did, and everything went great. I was watching a live show once where it was an interview. A guy was interviewing a lady, and she had this really cool costume jewelry necklace on, and it kept knocking the hell out of the microphone. And the dude stopped the interview and he said, man, that's bothering me, so I know it's driving my sound person crazy. Can we adjust your microphone so it's not hitting that necklace? They adjusted it and all was good. Okay? So yeah, you don't want this guy hitting jewelry or clothing because it's really sensitive. And there you go. That is, and oh yeah, and when we fade to black, when we fade to black at the end of the show, you want to make sure you turn that mic off, hit the mute again, or we'll have a hot mic, and that is where that's where we always will catch our talent starting to crap talk our crew or producer or what have you, or as I've seen in local TV, start dropping some really colorful language and get their butt fired. But I mean it, and that's how we make bloopers. We have a hot mic, and people say unfortunate things over the microphone. So you know, it happens. But we'll create plenty of enough bloopers. Okay, so when I'm done with this guy, I'm going to hit this, take this clip off. Put it in. No, right with the clip. There's a little, nice little area for that clip. Take this apart. There you go. All right, and I'm going to unscrew this again. Take the battery out. Nope, it's this way. There we go. Put it in here in my little battery compartment. Screw this guy back down. And this fits in a nice little molded area right there. And what I always do is I will run this through my fingers to make sure Mr. Martin, make sure that I have no kinks or knots in this guy. And then I know that I want a loop about this big, okay? Because now we keep these microphones in here, okay? And I'm the only one, other than maybe Chris here, who will judge you on your wrapping technique. But if you check one of these guys out from Charlene in there, you want to make it look nice, okay? So that she'll go, oh, it's that student. Yay, they always take care of the gear. I had a student when I was working in the equipment room, wrapped this sucker around like this tight on this thing, and handed it back to me in the equipment room. That's the first time I said BS, a whole word, to a student, and I just handed the microphone back. No, what's wrong? I said, go ask your instructor how to wrap that thing. Okay, so anyway, do that. And I know, like I said, I know a loop about that big, so I just from experience, from practice, I know if I do this and wrap that thing around my fingers like that I'm going to get the size loop I want. And then I'll actually lift this up, let it spin just a little bit. Put that in there. Yes. There. And this guy has its own little cradle. Oh my goodness, accidentally I get them perfect sometimes. I wouldn't call it perfect, but almost, okay? There we go. All right, there is the wired lavalier. Oh, and one more thing, we want to wrap this guy up too. So I'll run this thing through my hand. Oh my God, am I going to have a knot? I'm going to have a knot. Okay, pull that guy through. Excellent, that took care of it. And now, audio engineers have a technique that they do called over and under. It's kind of like this, but I'm not an audio engineer, though I have done lots of audio over the years, from my time booking punk bands in the 80s to I set up sound and ran sound for TV shows. But what I like to do is I know I want a loop about that big, so I will twist this thing and get it to lay next to the next loop. Keep them going like that. And there we go. And I can do that quick and easily because I have practiced for 30 years. Okay? The more you practice any of this stuff, the better you're going to get. Okay. Where are we on time? We are 07. Oh, excellent. Okay, so that is the wired lavalier. If we have talent that's going to stay in the same place, that's what we use, okay? And they'll be near the snake. We have this, that's a 10-foot XLR cable. I have 25 feet or 15 feet XLR cables if we have to stretch it out a little bit, okay? Now, if we have talent that's going to be moving around the studio, we'll put them on a wireless lavalier. Right, Chris? Wireless. Yep.
Absolutely.
And now, like when I was working on the Live at 5 show, our guests would be staying in the same place on an interview set, on a demo set, a kitchen set, and I would put them on a wired lavalier. Matter of fact, on our interview set, we had pre-attached wired lavaliers that we could just pull out of the box and clip right onto the person, saving a lot of time. And here I gotta do this little story. One of my favorite people I ever worked with is still floor director over at Channel 10, name's Eric Fox, and I loved watching him put a lavalier mic on a person, on a guest, because he would say, just a really sweet guy to go, have you ever been on TV before? And they'd go, no, I've not been on TV before. So, nothing to be nervous about, only 5 million people will be watching you. You're like, what? And he goes, and he'd talk to the host, not me. He'd go, hey, what was that, Russ? 10 million people today. Just to mess with them, very fun. But anyway, we put our guests on the wired lavaliers because they were going to stay in the same spot. Our anchors are hosts of the show, and when I was working on there, we had Russell Biven and that's it. Well, anyway, we had 2 hosts, and Sarah Allen was the other host, right? Anyway, we would give them, at the top of the show, a wireless lavalier so they could move around to all the different sets and still be heard, okay? You set one of those up, you have these parts. You have a couple of cables, you have a receiver and a transmitter, okay? Y'all see the difference between those, right? No, they're exactly the same, okay? I can tell because on the back it says, one says transmitter, one says receiver. Even better way to tell is, okay, the receiver is going to receive the sound and it will be plugged into the snake. It just has one port on it for a mini plug. Transmitter is going to go with the talent and have the microphone attached. It's going to transmit the sound to my receiver. It has a little mute switch on it, okay? So that if the talent has to make a phone call, go to the bathroom, or put a show out directed, make coffee, they can hit mute on here and you won't hear them. We're not broadcasting them going to the bathroom or having a conversation that they don't want to broadcast.
That has happened, by the way.
Many times.
I potted up a mic one time and heard it hit the toilet.
That's better than mine.
It's the best sound ever.
Mine, I was directing a morning show, and I was like, there's some noise. I'm like, what the hell's the noise? The other director goes, she's making coffee. I had one anchor delivering lines of story, and I was hearing this weird noise. The other anchor had gone and fixed herself a cup of coffee and left her microphone on. Okay, the way we do these is, okay, so here is, I'll start with the receiver. There's a couple of little knobs on the ends of these guys. You squeeze these in, open it. And once again, those handy diagrams on how to put the battery in here. Right, so these like 2 AA batteries. I put those in, bam, and bam. And I would hit this button right here that turns it on. And at the top of this little screen, it says 515.000 megahertz. That's the channel. Very important, okay? So this guy is ready. So what I'll do is plug in this mini into the top of it, and I can screw this down to secure it, and I will plug it into the snake. And I'm going to make sure that I am muted on that thing, and I'm turning it all the way down. Wireless are more sensitive than the wired, okay? So now I'll take my transmitter, open it up, and put a couple of AA batteries in it. Yep. And hold that down until the light comes on. Sennheiser logo, 515.000. Hooray, they're both on the same channel. It has to be this way. I generally make sure these are on the same channel. The equipment room will do the same with theirs. All right. Here's my microphone. Pretty much the same as the other guy. Plug this in. I can screw this in if I need to. Same rules apply, except this is way more sensitive. And I have it off mute. again, this is more sensitive, so I'll only turn this up about halfway. Unmute it. Check, 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 check. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're good, and I will mute it. Mike and Q Talent. There we go. Ta-da. Again, these are very sensitive. Talent can put it in their pocket, or it has a clip on the back of it, and we'll just clip this on them however we can to make sure. All right. There is the wireless. Oh yeah, one other thing. Yeah, there we go. We also have this guy. This is this plug. I can put batteries in this, put a handheld microphone on top of this, and you will have a handheld wireless. So you can go around interviewing people. All right. Any questions on that?
What is this called?
This is just a plug. Yeah, for a handheld. And all right, let's see where are we at? 14. I have you for 6 whole minutes. Okay, so teleprompter. Excuse me, Alexander. This computer, it says prompter, and that's the username, and prompter is password, and this will come up. And yeah. This is where we, this is a PC where we can open this Quartermaster app, import and edit scripts, okay? The first one, I will enter the script this coming week for Tool Time, right? And then this, it'll show up, when I hit prompt, it will show up here. And this, this is what you'll see on the front of the camera, okay? This is not a really good script because this is from the last production we did last semester, and it was a live music video we did. We had a dude out there playing guitar and singing. He was really good, but we just it says applause in here, Anyway, we have a controller here and a controller out in the studio. If you run teleprompter, we'll really have you do it in the studio because you'll be right next to the talent and you can hear them real well. But anyway, what you do is, see this arrow right here at the top of the screen? Right below there is eye level. You want to keep up with the talent and make sure that the words they're speaking stays at eye level, okay? And so I just turn this little knob and do that. And then if I hit this second button here, it goes back to the top. But again, you follow the talent, don't make them follow you, because of course you can spin that thing and make them stutter. But you don't want to do that, because then we gotta have to reset and start all over again. You follow them, don't make them follow you, and I promise you, you do this one time, it's gonna be the easiest thing in here, right? Yep. Super, super easy. Oh hell, many times we'd do a show called Weekend Review. If we had a wild afternoon. That Weekend Review is like just one anchor announcing the top stories of the week if we played the tapes. I remember specifically one time we'd had a really wild afternoon doing the 4, 5, and 6 o'clock shows, and Robin Wilhoit says to me, "Russ, y'all have had a wild day. I'll do prompter myself." Okay, so she could do that. Now I think they have foot pedals where the talent runs the teleprompter
and a wireless. So if they go to a bigger monitor, they'll see you'll see their hand doing this. They're rolling prompter.
They didn't have that not too long ago, and they were just flying blind.
Yeah.
Well, you're glad they got that fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's teleprompter, and there's microphones, and there's cameras. Any questions? Thanks for your kind attention. So next on Tuesday when we got first, enjoy your Labor Day weekend, please. Okay, that's your homework. Enjoy your weekend. And on Tuesday when we come back, I will talk to you about the switcher, and each of you will get on the switcher and hit some buttons, do some punching, and I will show you how fun and how easy it is to do the switcher. And not only is it fun and easy, but you are running the show from the switcher. Okay? All right. So you have no questions? That is it for the week? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry? No. The quiz in this class will be at the end of the semester.
Okay.
And I'll give you plenty of warning. All right, cool stuff. No other questions? If you think of a question later, you got my contact info. I don't mind one bit. Y'all have a cool weekend. And I'm looking forward to next week. We're going to get into the production stuff.
I have 2 questions.
Yes, sir.
I just didn't want to keep anybody up, but
That's okay.
what did you mean when you said keep this at eye level?
Okay, yeah, eye level is going to be right below this arrow.
Yeah.
And you just keep the words that they're saying right there.
Right, okay.
That way they can look straight at the camera and read.
Right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, when you said you're looking for the yellow when you're doing sound.
Oh, yeah.
What yellow were you talking
Up
about?
here.
Right there.
Yeah, yeah. When the LED goes up to yellow, that's a good. Yeah, you don't want to go in the red, but the yellow is great.
Okay.
Just touching the yellow.
Okay.
That's
That's
it.
all.
Go, man.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Choose one. Enjoy your Labor Day.
Thank you. You too.
Do you happen to have the syllabus?
Oh yeah. Sure do. Yeah. Here, so let me the highlights. There's my email. There's my cell phone number. If you need to miss a class or be late or anything, just give me a yell. You can text, call, or email. Let's see here. The textbook is the television production handbook. This is the U.S. version. This is the 12th edition. There is the 10th works to make on the 11th. Find the cheap version. They have it at Amazon. They have them at McKay's Books, textbooks.com. They do have them in the bookstore where you can rent or buy them. They're a little expensive, but like textbooks.
Is that
Yeah, I think that's the highlights there.
You can see mine.
Let's see here. Yeah, just let me know if you need
20
this
years ago,
class.
it's $90.
90.
And as long as you let me know.
No. I'm gonna be honest.
So I can imagine what they're like
What's
now.
your
Man.
name?
That's why I like for those because I'm
Oh, I
gonna.
got web design. Go and
Copy half the
video
book.
now.
Yeah. I hope some professors don't mind, but I usually find PDFs online of the textbooks. Yeah. I don't want to spend.
I don't know if
Oh,
eCampus
good.
is
I'm
still
not even
around.
kidding
you.
eCampus used to be cool as hell. Like you could get some
You too.
really
Take
nice
care.
stuff on there. It may be eCampus may still be around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in the that's where I got all my marquee books.
oh, okay. Nice. eCampus. Nice.
I don't know if they're
nice.
still around though, but that's
Alexander here's recording us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't got nobody on there, so it's not even. No, nobody's watching.
If nothing else, it's good practice.
I know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the best part about it. I mean,
Cool, cool.
and also, hopefully, people do too, because that was awesome. And people like that information right there is like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, oh man.
Cool stuff. There's that.
oh fine. I went over mostly just the responsibilities for calling the show.
Oh, nice.
So
And then nobody knows that as well as you do.
what they don't realize is they're gonna have to punch it in college, not just.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
And I
Excellent.
told them that sometimes calling it's the hard part.
Yes.
Because your hands get to moving and your mouth doesn't.
Yeah. It's so funny. At 6, Tom would insist on everybody, even though we were sitting there by ourselves, call it, just to get in the habit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Talk to yourself at
Yeah.
5 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
You guys take care, all right?
Take care. Have a great weekend.
To you as well. All right. Yeah. That was so lit. Yo, did y'all see that? Oh, man. Nah. Can't believe that, bro. See what I be doing for y'all, man. Just giving y'all all the tea. That was so lit, bro. Yeah, man, that's the type of education, bro. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, all that stuff y'all just learning right there. Like, I'm kind of taken back by what we just learned. I don't remember everything. I hope y'all was able to see everything, but bro, that was kind of crazy. I'm just kind of like a little overwhelmed. All the information that we just got. Sheesh. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little embarrassed. when they when he was recording me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, why me? why he got me on the recording. But I'm trying to figure out like that little recap. I'm gonna have to rewatch this live and like we just kind of like learn about all the different shots, the pan, tilt, the sound, stuff like that. This class is gonna be fun, man. I can tell we about to get into it. We're doing a lot of different things. But yeah, really cool stuff. Whew. I do got another class, but I don't think I have it till, dang, when is my next class? I might have to freaking go to my next class right now. I don't even want to go to that show. It's English. This is English writing. I've been here all day. Thursdays is my long days here. But, oh man. Yo, Russ is mad cool. Dude, he knows a lot. He low-key like, I mean, of course he's a professor, but I'm just saying, it's like, to memorize all that, I can't wait till I get behind the camera for real. That shit's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Whew. Alright, so that's day 2. Y'all got a little taste. Y'all got to see the control room. That's what it's called. I remember at the beginning, I didn't know what it was called. Y'all got to see the control room. We didn't even get to, I mean, we still in the beginning phase. We didn't really get to record anything or show like the production room and show like, he's explaining how the process actually works, but when we actually get to doing it, you know, when we actually get people on the soundboard, on the audio board, you got your technical director, people behind the camera, and seeing it all in action. I can already visualize it, but you know, I definitely want to get to the point where y'all can see it in action. But sheesh, that was crazy. Oh man. Oh shit. It's hot as fuck in my car, bro. Shit. Alexander's recording us. Like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, bro, I'm just hyped, bro. Like, I just can't wait to get started, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that feeling where it's like, bro, I don't even know what to say. Like, let's do it, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Sheesh. But, that was that. Day 2, first day of class. It's going to be like that pretty often. I have this class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, Tuesdays and Thursdays, this might be the only class I'm actually gonna live stream, and I might just do some one-on-one sessions with my other professor, Professor Bohannon, because he's a very knowledgeable man as well. But yeah, I think Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm just gonna do the streaming. I'm still gonna do the daily stream like tomorrow, the next day, just to give y'all updates on like what's going on and stuff like that. But other than that, I just think that the classes, like, it depends, because here's the thing, like, I'm gonna have to get used to it. I'm not gonna have to break out of my shell type shit, because it's like, I feel like during class, I would want to be, when people actually start getting here, I would want to interact with the camera, you know. Let me put it this way. Yeah, I would want to interact with the camera. So, I don't know. But I want to interact with the camera type shit. Like, I don't know, like, it's good. Like, I think it's good the way it is, as far as like y'all are getting a lot of value just from the stream. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to leave y'all hanging. Like, if the chat is going and y'all asking questions, I want people to answer y'all questions too. And if y'all have a question, I can ask the professor for you. You know what I mean? So, I definitely gotta break out of my shell a bit and like get more comfortable with, like, because no one knew that I was recording this time. Like, no one knew. No one knew except for the professor. He's the only one that knew. So it's like, you know, it's funny as hell, man. Nobody knew, bro. But hopefully y'all could hear everything too. Hopefully it sounds good. I'm pretty sure it was. Like, we was in small. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it sounds gonna be good. So far, it's always been good, but I still gotta get some more equipment. Like I said, this is just the beginning because it's like I got some ideas, and like now I'm just thinking like I'm just so hyped to get started, and I'm thinking about how to put it all together. With what the ideas I got, and with make sure I have the right equipment, getting worked out, and also like the timing, logistically, lining up with everything with the professor, and making sure it's all comfortable and stuff like that. I probably should talk to him more. I got to figure out what I want to ask him, but I'm gonna talk to him more about when we go next class because this is like I got two classes with him. Like I was saying, like I don't. The class before this one, this is studio production. The one before this is technical video production. That one I may not be recording in often, but I may record the next one. But this class I have on. I think this is the only. I think this class is the only one. I think I only have this class on Thursdays actually. This studio production class. I gotta check, but I'm gonna update the schedule. I'm gonna post the schedule for y'all. I'm just gonna post mad stuff like where like a lot of basically like a syllabus almost, but like the schedule, the streaming schedule and stuff like that. I gotta figure that all that out and whatnot. But yeah, just hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Hopefully y'all learned a lot. We can recap certain things, but we're gonna be going over that again once we actually start doing it. This is just the initial class, initial basically introduction of them learning and stuff of what we're gonna be learning and stuff like that. So, y'all, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.